Daily practice, day 23. Neuroplasticity. The brain can change. Hi, Dr. Anna Baranowski here with you again today to walk you through the daily practice is not a luxury item exercise from the Trauma Treatment online program. Remember the importance of creating a new positive habit and foundation to help you in your trauma recovery right now. Those who spend time daily to harness calm do the best in their trauma recovery. Choose to spend a short time every day to build the right skills in your post-trauma recovery today. Let's start with the most basic meaning of the term neuroplasticity. It stands for neuro, the nerve cells in our brains and our nervous system, which drives much of what occurs in our minds and bodies, and plasticity, which stands for plastic, or the ability, essentially, to change, stretch, and reshape. The plastic part suggests that after a trauma, the brain can change, become more anxious and fearful, for example. So that's the negative part of it. And in the same light, the brain can change again to work through the trauma experience and find ways to adapt and cope and manage a history of trauma and loss. Essentially to move toward post-traumatic growth and recovery. It's pretty profound that the brain has the capacity to change even when we've been exposed to terrible loss and trauma. Norman Deutsch is at the forefront of the work on neuroplasticity. In Deutsch's work, he's recognized that working through a trauma history, allowing the memory to resurface, and then addressing the story in a therapeutic setting or manner can lead to growth beyond trauma, and that these memories are modifiable. That the fear response associated with the trauma memory and the anxiety that goes along with a post-traumatic moment can be retrained. Deutsch says that this ability exists from the time that you're born to the time that you die. So it's never too late to grow towards a post-traumatic growth. So since for most of us, there's an emotional core or a triggering event that leads us down a path of worry and fear, we need to find that core and to work through it to get us to a better place. This piece of work is something I encourage everyone to do. Deutsch explains that if we make a mistake or we experience trauma, we get a feeling related with it, something like, oh, it's a mistake, and a nagging sense that something's wrong. Then we feel a sensation of fear or worry, like an oh my goodness moment, what did I just do or what just happened, and a thought and an urgent need to fix or correct the error. Finally, if we correct the error, we move on. However, if we're unable to fix the mistake, error, or trauma, we hold on to the error feeling. Like maybe we say to ourselves, I left home during rush hour and I had an accident, or maybe I married the wrong person, or I failed to pass an important test. Whatever it is, the problem sticks with us, and we're left with I can't get over it, or I feel stuck feeling. So the big job with feeling stuck is to fully and deeply understand that we are not just going to get over the feeling of mistake, but that we need to not review and replay it, because that just reinforces the sensation of the big error. Instead, we need to practice acceptance, accepting the feeling by noticing, without allowing ourselves to sink into anger, hurt, frustration, annoyance, fear. We have to practice noticing without losing our temper. We have to practice noticing without giving into fear. We have to practice noticing without simply getting angry with ourselves or those around us. This means noticing helps us. This noticing means the mistake associated with the trauma itself is what's going to get us to a less sticky rather than a more sticky place. Over time, because we're not fueling the mistake, this sticky feeling with strong emotion driven by related behavior. Today's practice is neuroplasticity. The brain can change. Let's practice together. The next thing to do when you get the I feel stuck feeling and all the associated fears, worries that go along with it is to acknowledge and replace it with a pre-selected pleasure exercise. Listening to music, watching an inspirational video, going for a walk. Over time, you weaken the link between the memory of the mistake and the bad feelings or urges that go along with it. Practice this again throughout the day whenever you need to recapture feelings of comfort or calm. Take the time right now to form a healthy practice habit. Take a small step in the right direction. Dr. Anna Baranowski from the Trauma Treatment Online Program. Remember, daily practice is not a luxury item. Until tomorrow, have a gentle day.